Hello, we are back with the Ask Mike show, and I have a question here about self-care. All things self-care. What is it? What are my best practices? What are my best recommendations for looking after yourself? So, self-care is something that fuels you and builds you up. So, a lot of people think, exercise or eating well is a form of self-care, and there's a lot of confusion because self-care is supposed to tilt your energy, tilt your motivation, tilt your mental game as well, tilt it in your favor. So it's not just about doing the bare minimum, it's about what can you do on top of that. So the bare minimum could be sleep. The bare minimum could be eating, hydration. Now, for some people, that's self-care, but if you look at what we need to get by, it's sleep, food, hydration, social circles, all those things. Where self-care comes in, or where that term comes in, is it becomes intentional. And we add things in that make us feel amazing, make us feel good because we do those things. So water is good as a bare minimum, but if you make sure that you drink a lot throughout the day to keep yourself hydrated, when it becomes intentional and a practice that you do on purpose, that's when it bridges the gap into self-care. Why? Because you keep yourself accountable. You make yourself sure that you will do it, and you'll reap the benefits of that. Drinking sometimes, drinking every now and again is fine. That will keep you going. But if you want to feel hydrated, feel good, high energy, nearly all day, hydration plays a big part in that, and therefore you'll want to be intentional about your actions. Same thing with like a physical thing, like if you're stressed out all the time, going for walks will help, but making sure that you go for your walk because it's a self-care activity, that's when it reaches into the self-care element. Same with mental side, right? If you try to clear your mind and meditate sometimes when you get chance, that is a form of reducing the load, making you go down to normal, sustainable, getting by levels. If you meditate every day, twice a day, multiple times a day, because you know that it benefits you and it helps you, so many benefits for things like meditation and drinking and sleep, but it's the focus and it's the intention that makes it shift from I'm doing the bare minimum to I'm actually doing more because you understand the benefits. Okay, so my top self-care activities involve doing something for your body and doing something for your mind. Then you want to do something that helps others. They're the main three. So body, mind, somebody else. Because we tend to feel good when we make others feel good. Even if it's a little text to say, just checking in to see how you're doing. I hope you're doing okay. Just a funny picture that you saw online, sending it to someone, making them feel happy can make you chuckle and make you feel good as well. That is something that you can do as well. Now, some people do it all the time, and that's just how they get by. But for people that go, I don't feel that great, therefore I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z, self-care allows to keep you in that good space, keep you in that good frame of mind so that you're more likely to do the things that you would do when you felt good. It's amazing how much momentum can build when you do things that help you feel good, and then you keep doing things that help you feel good, and it keeps the momentum building, keeps the feedback loop going. Why? Because you focus on how you're going to feel and how you want to feel as a result of your actions. That's what self-care allows you to do. Self-care is an action that you do to help you feel good, and the repercussions of that are massive, far and wide. All right, you're a happier person, less stressed out. Maybe you're like, if you used to have back pain, but you don't anymore. Why? Well, part of your self-care activities could be having a massage every month. Part of that could be going to a yoga class every week, or like 2 or 3 times a week. It's about making the conscious effort to do things that help you feel good. And some people don't think about it, but even the clothes that you wear, the people that you spend time with, making it a conscious thing turns it into self-care, turns it into making you feel good and stay there. That is the main purpose of it. So I could reel off hundreds of different things that we could do for self-care, but remember that it's personal, because what works for you won't necessarily work for everybody else. And I hope that if you're listening to this, that is something that you're going to take on. That is something that you're going to understand. It is personal. Like, exercise for me is pretty huge. It's pretty big. It's very, very important that I keep active. For some people, going to the gym twice a week is enough. For some people, a walk 2 or 3 times a week is enough. But for some people, they need that me time, they need that self-care, they need that self-discipline. There's a lot more benefits that some people get that other people don't. So factor that in. If you want some extra help with it, send me a question. Ask me on social media. I'm happy to give you more personal tips and advice on self-care outside of the show, okay? But just focus on it's intentional, it's focused, it's body, mind, and somebody else. And if you can do that, if you can build your like self-care regime, if you will get the benefits. As I said, ask me any questions. Feel free to share the show, tell people about it. It's been amazing to chat to you about self-care. It's a nice different topic to cover. Hopefully you have an amazing day. Leave a review if you haven't already, and I look forward to speaking to you all again very, very soon.